Hey guys, and welcome back to the Urban Jungle, or welcome if you're new here. So you have clicked on this video because you want to know how much does it cost to live in beautiful Munich. To be honest, Munich is an expensive city, like all the big cities in the world, but you can make it work. I myself have been living in Munich for over 2 years now. First, I came here as an intern with a relatively small budget, and then I've been offered a job and moved into this apartment right here, 1.5 bedroom. And as you can imagine, I have a little experience in apartment hunting, which will be the first big block of this video. So we will cover all the cost of living in 4 big blocks: housing, the second groceries, then transportation, and the last one, leisure. For each block, I will give you various examples, what you can afford with a smaller budget up to a larger budget. So everything is basically a lifestyle decision. After each of these blocks, you note down what you think, what's realistic for you, and then in the end, you get your sum, and you should have a pretty accurate estimate on how much you will spend monthly living here in Munich. Before we start, a quick disclaimer: all this information is based on my experience, friends' experiences, and everything that I read and saw on the internet. So let's start with block number 1. Housing. Facts first, I need to be honest with you, the housing market in Munich is super competitive. There are very many people who want to move to the city since it's quite popular to live here. So housing is scarce, and then landlords take advantage of that. So be prepared to pay a higher price per square meter than you might have imagined. But don't worry, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So first of all, here are some good addresses where you can look for apartments and also shared apartments. Another option is to look into social media groups like Facebook groups or even eBay Kleinanzeigen, maybe friends of friends on Instagram. Look into all directions, look at everything you can get, and maybe it is an option for you to first try temporary housing on one of these sites here, and then have your apartment showings when you come to Munich, because it's always an advantage when you show up in person, and also you get a better insight into what the apartment actually looks. Sometimes the pictures that you see on the internet and the reality that you see at your showing can be completely different, speaking out of experience. So this rule does not only apply to online dating, but also to online apartment hunting. Let's finally come to the prices though. We should distinguish between living in an apartment on your own and sharing this apartment with other roommates. Let's start with the WG option, the shared apartment. It is a bit tough to cover the whole housing market, so I'll give you 2 examples, one on the lower end and one on the higher end. The first one, you share your apartment with 6 to 8 other flatmates, therefore your room is on the smaller side, 8 to 13 square meters, and in consequence you would pay around 490 to 600 euros a month. Then in the second example, you share your flat with less people, 3 to 4 roommates in total, and the rooms are a little bit bigger, around 15 to 20 square meters, and you pay monthly 700 and up. For a 1-room apartment for yourself, you should at least calculate with 1,000 euros a month warm. Everything is with utilities, and we call it warm. There's also Kaltmiete, cold rent, which means that there are no utilities included. You need to add them up. If you find an apartment or a room that is cheaper than that, congratulations, that is great. You should definitely take it, and yeah, just be happy that you found something that easily. Now it's time to write down what you will spend on housing. And we move on to block number 2, food. So this includes groceries and eating out. First option, groceries. Lidl and Aldi are super popular discounted chains here. They're all over Munich and they provide good quality for a smaller price. And then on the other hand, we have real supermarkets like Edeka and Rewe, which are known to be a bit more luxurious, offer sometimes a wider range of product. Just to give you a general idea, I have first lived close to an Aldi and I spend around 20 euros for my weekly groceries, and now I need to go to Rewe because it is way closer than the discounters and spend around 30 euros a week. Once in a while you might want to treat yourself for a dinner in a nice restaurant. You should calculate between 15 to 20 euros for a meal. There is no limit, of course, and something to go, like typical to go food in Germany is a kebab, and here it costs around 8 euros. Write down what you think you will spend on groceries, and it's literally time to move on to transportation. If you have decided that you have a car and you want to bring it to Munich, I will not touch upon the insurance here because this is completely up to your needs and your car. You need to have a place to park it. You can park it on the streets if you're lucky and find a parking spot. If you want to rent one permanently, you should calculate with 100 up to 150 euros per month if you want to park it in a garage safely. You don't have a car and you don't want to buy one? Good, then use public transportation. I'd say the system is quite decent here. If you're commuting regularly, I'd suggest you get an ISA card. It's a monthly ticket and it costs you 60 euros. If you think you won't need public transportation that much, you can also get a Streifenkarte. But for each ride, you will have to use 2 Streifen. There's also, of course, the option to get a single ticket. It is 3,50. People in Munich are quite sporty, quite outdoorsy, so you will see lots of people riding bikes, which is a quite convenient, eco-friendly and quick solution. Get your bike on eBay Kleinanzeigen, where you can also find your apartment for, who knows, 30 euros. It depends again on your needs. Then lastly, there are these so-called e-scooters from Tier and Lime. They have a basic fee of 1 euro per usage and then 15 to 20 cents per minute. So this might also be an option for you if you generally don't want to rely on public transportation. And last but not least, you can also walk. Wow, we are already at block number 4. It's leisure time. After studying hard, after working hard, we want to, of course, enjoy ourselves, and there are lots of possibilities in Munich. First, let's go for the free ones. Munich has beautiful parks, beautiful nature in the city center, which is gorgeous. So you can simply stroll around English Garden, Isar, Olympia Park, or in the city center and explore the beautiful houses and whatever places you might find. I guess lots of you are into sports, so sports club are something that is very popular in Munich. We also have urban sports club. Now these packages, they start from 60 euros per month. If you know that you want to go to the gym, for example, monthly fees could be around 20 euros, but also go up to 100 depending on the place. There are a lot of cinemas in Munich, and this is especially nice in winter when the weather gets bad. You can get tickets for around 8 to 10 euros. Related to cinema and other cultural activities, museums. Oh my god, Munich has so many museums, and yes, tickets can be from 5 to 10 euros depending on the facility, but here's my tip: go on Sundays, because most of the museums will let you in for only 1 euro. You feel like drinks on a Friday night or on a Monday night, there are quite some bars in Munich. As you know, Munich is famous for its beer. You can get a beer from 3 to 5 euros and cocktails more around 10 to 14 euros per drink. Afterwards, we want to hit the club, and usually if you come before 12, the entry fee is quite reduced or even sometimes for free, so you should take this chance. And then after 12, the prices go up again. Now that we have covered all the 4 blocks of cost of living in Munich, you should have a pretty good idea on how much you are likely to spend living in the city. I hope this video gave you valuable insights on living in Munich, so hit the like button and also subscribe to the Urban Jungle. There is more cool content for you to check out, especially if you are into traveling, what to see, what to do in Munich and also other cities. So see you around in one of my next videos. Bye!